Just let it slip. Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak.
Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is April 23rd, 2019. Shout out to a native Detroiter, Greg Pitchard, for that song request. He wanted me to play some Eminem for today, and I got you, bro. We're playing Lose Yourself, a classic for sure, from Eminem out the 313. Greg is from the Detroit Fire Department. Shout out to everybody from the DFD. Your work is greatly appreciated, and you guys should be getting paid more than these NBA players in the playoffs right now. But hey, that's capitalism, that's society, that's how twisted we are. But hey, again, thanks Greg for the song request today. What's good, people? Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to another episode. Today we are going to look at two articles, and this first article really caught my attention, people. It's about Ripple, one of their top execs. I'm going to explain exactly what position he is. This is going to really should concern you once you find out what position. It's definitely in the C-suite. Some information leaked about this, so we'll take a look at that article. Secondly, rumors. I've tweeted about this earlier. Rumors that Nasdaq has begun offering Bitcoin futures. Let's see what happens with this, but I wanted to definitely cover this. And then also I've got another quick one. This is not really an article, but just kind of an event. It is about Bitcoin and a signal that has just crossed that may signal a significant move up in Bitcoin. And this hasn't happened since 2015. So we'll take a look at all three of those articles here in a second. First though, let's check out that heat map going 360. And Bitcoin had a nice pop today. It was actually up even more than 3.78%. It was nearly up 5%, I believe, at one point. But there you have it. Bitcoin's up. Bitcoin Cash is up 1.5%, almost 1.6. And Litecoin is up 0.92%. EOS is only up 0.33%. But those are the big gainers for today so far. Binance is cooling off a little bit. Had a huge run. So that's pretty much to be expected. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart really quickly. As you can see, we're eking towards that little spike that tapped a lot of people out. I saw crypto Omar Bam talk about this move right here yesterday. They tapped out a lot of shorts, stop hunting going on. That happens in a very illiquid market, more often in a very illiquid market, I should say. But we got tapped out of that short as well. We're trending slowly toward that price again. Let's see what happens here. But we are trading above 5,300. I'm going to draw a line here at 5,300. And let's just do a count on how many hours has traded above 5,300. So we're looking at, so far, 26 hours. So a whole day above 5,300. And again, that's going to, if I go back here, this is why 5,300 was a big area for me. As you can see here, that was the area that we dropped below back in November of last year. And so since we're above that, I'm pretty sure we're going to go ahead and try to take out 6,000, though I don't think we'll do it on the first run. But you never know with crypto and it being so illiquid. It could definitely flare up and take out 6K, but 6K is the next marker in my opinion. So you're talking about roughly, what's that, 10% from here. So that's not too much. Crypto can move 10% in a day. We know that, 20% even. So that's where we are technically for the levels. I've told you guys many times before, I do not personally trade with any indicators. You don't necessarily need to if you're manually trading. Though I don't manually trade any longer, primarily basing off the algos. But this particular article that I'm just going to do a quick review over is talking about just that. An indicator, which they call, it's been known for years. I don't know who coined this term, but it's been prevalent in equities for the longest. Golden cross. So we're having a golden cross in Bitcoin right now, and that means when the 50-day crosses above the 200. As you can see from this picture here, it's occurring right now. Now, one thing you have to understand with moving averages and using moving averages, simple weighted moving averages, all of that type of stuff, those are lagging indicators. So you may see a cross occur, but you have to wait 1 to 2 bars later to see if it actually manifests in a cross because it is lagging. But yeah, this cross hasn't happened, and just get this. This cross hasn't happened since late 2015, in October of 2015 to be exact. That was the last time the golden cross appeared on the Bitcoin chart. That moment also corresponded to the end of the 2014 and 15 bear market phase, which would later culminate in the massive bull run of late 2017. And so what, many people who are newer to Bitcoin fail to realize is that we've had, I can count personally 6 or 7, I will say 6 booms and busts. About 6. Definitely not at the magnitude that we saw in dollar terms nominally in 2017 and 18, but we've had these cycles and they just keep building and rebuilding and being the next one higher than the last one. So definitely when the next move up occurs, it will be even higher than the last one. And so many people say Bitcoin's dead. They've been saying this for years, and it's just amazing that people have such short memories, especially those who have been covering it. I'm talking about mainstream media. But yeah, just wanted to throw that by you guys. We're in the middle of forming a golden cross in Bitcoin. Let's see in the next few hours, or if it's a day chart, let's see in the next day or two if that cross actually manifests. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first article, and it is out of Trust Nodes. And I tweeted about this earlier this morning when it came across my desk. It says here, rumors that Nasdaq has begun offering Bitcoin futures. A quant analyst claims he was able to buy 1 Bitcoin of Nasdaq listed futures on TD Ameritrade, a broker with over 5.5 billion in yearly revenue. There has been no claim by any other trader that such futures are being offered, but Ameritrade says they do offer Bitcoin futures trading to qualified investors with a minimum account requirement standing at around $25,000. We are seeking confirmation, but without much success at the time of publishing, making it unclear whether or not Ameritrade is now offering Nasdaq Bitcoin futures or just CMEs. But then, so the guy makes this tweet, and then he says here, as an update, according to TD Ameritrade support, it's not a real trade in my account. It appears they are testing only using their paper trading platform. Support said, I'm not able to speak on it. They did not know what CXERX is. Strange, but something is going on for sure. Yeah, it's probably getting ready to roll out soon, I would conclude. The above claim has some weight because late last year, Nasdaq said that they are to launch Bitcoin futures during the first quarter of 2019. Nasdaq will bring a regulated crypto 2.0 futures type contract to investors. Nasdaq and Van Eck launched a crypto index last year in preparations for futures and potentially a Bitcoin ETF by Van Eck. So it looks like it was just a test. They're not going to test this stuff if they aren't ramping up for an actual rollout. So this article is a little confusing because I don't know if the paper trading contracts are Nasdaq contracts or just CME contracts, because we know that CME contracts are still available. CBOE earlier this year canceled their futures contracts. And so if it was the Nasdaq one, then that would mean that the physically backed futures will be rolling out soon. But again, I don't think that's going to happen. It's probably the CMEs. We'll have to wait and see and get more information on this. So interesting to see the paper trading available on TD Ameritrade. Second article is about Ripple. Man, David Schwartz sells his XRP stack. Is it time to get out? The article asks. According to a Twitter user, Ripple's chief technology officer, David Schwartz, has been selling his Ripple stack. This should be the biggest warning for the XRP community, according to him. I have to agree. If your chief technology officer is selling big stacks of XRP, that should definitely tell you something. Let's see what the article is talking about here. A Twitter user operating under the name Hell No claimed that Ripple's chief technology officer, David Schwartz, has been selling his XRP stack. This should be the biggest warning for the XRP community, according to him. He also claimed that Schwartz wasn't alone in all of this because another Ripple employee was selling his XRP over the last few days as well. Recently selling his XRP stack, is the biggest warning sign one could ever get. This is the most bearish signal for XRP I have ever witnessed since beginning of 17. I recommend everyone get out now. He went on citing an old tweet by Schwartz where the CTO spoke about the de-risking strategy he came up with his wife during the previous bull run. In 2018, January of 2018, David Schwartz wrote, "I hold some XRP that I bought on the open market over the years, as well as other similar assets. When I first chose to put money in, I agreed on a de-risking strategy with my wife should we ever have too much at risk, which I've been following with some sadness." Hell No also shares the wallets that have been moving these assets, both David Schwartz and Ripple's employee XRP wallet. Twitter user claims that these wallets started to move these digital assets at the time when the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission published the framework for analysts of digital asset. Wow. So here's what he's saying here. This one is probably linked to Ripple employees as well and selling since the last days. And this was posted on April 20th of 2019. It all started after the SEC published its framework for analysis of digital assets. He actually shared one of the fragments of this framework, and the framework says here, guys, that most digital assets among those existing as of now in early 2019 will be classified as securities. Asset transferability and the managerial development work done by core stakeholders will mean this. And the article goes on to say here, no matter how Ripple Labs is spending their funds, the important thing is the way they are doing it in the market. That should be the best measure on whether or not the spending has been on point. There you have it. Again, I just talked about XRP selling a lot of coins. I think maybe last week I talked about this, but I was not aware of the CTO selling coins here. As I look at this article, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of XRP at all. I actually think it's the worst type of I don't even want to call it a cryptocurrency. It's the worst coin to have in this space because it became so popular and so many people are excited about this coin and they shouldn't be. But at any rate, I'm gonna have to say I don't think this article is really telling us anything, and it may be FUD. If you think about it, when this selling happened, you know, you have April 15th was tax day, so you could have had some selling from individuals because of tax. But again, I don't see in this particular article where he has evidence that he actually sold. I mean, I know he does have David Schwartz XRP wallet, but a movement of the coins, does that necessarily mean that he's selling them? I'm not too sure. You guys be the judge of that. Let me know. What do you think about that? If it is true, how much does that change your perspective of XRP? If I knew a CTO was selling their tokens of a project, I would definitely be concerned, because unlike maybe the CEO or the chief operating officer or any other C-suite position, the CTO is like the person that's behind the technology. So it definitely would be a concern if I held any XRP, but I don't. So let me know again, what do you guys think about this? Is this, if it's true, I don't know. It's a little weird. I'm not even gonna lie. This is a little weird. This Coin Speaker article. This is not the first time they've done some real FUD-like journalism. So you know, you got to take it with a grain of salt. But what should be concerning is this whole framework that the SEC published on April 3rd. And I don't think I covered that. But it looks like this framework for analysis of digital assets, that verbiage in there, it can be concerning. Definitely can be concerning. And what does that mean for even coins like EOS and Digibyte and all these other coins, even Litecoin, because Litecoin was not included in that. Remember 2017, SEC came out and said that Bitcoin was not a security. They didn't say Litecoin. They didn't say a whole bunch of coins. Matter of fact, they left out most coins. So what does that mean? What does that mean for exchanges like Coinbase? It just seems like this is a hot mess, man. You know, the government again, it really, I use this analogy when it comes to regulation and crypto. It's like oil and water. They really do not mix. They should not mix. It just should not mix. Everything should be self-regulated on the blockchain, but we know that they will not give up power that easily. But again, you guys let me know your thoughts. Is this a real article or is this FUD? Just because you move coins from your wallet does not necessarily mean that you're selling. It's a high probability, especially if you haven't moved them in the past. This definitely may be of some concern. But again, you guys let me know your thoughts on this and the other articles covered for today. I want to again give a shout out to DFD, Detroit Fire Department. My man Greg over there. Keep doing your thing. Keep helping the city. We appreciate you, brother. Rocking out to some Eminem. Lose yourself today, people. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. And definitely click that bell if you haven't. I'm out of here, people.